We are counting down the top 10 highest sports magazine sales from July 2023. Let's go. All right, everybody, welcome to another edition of Sports Magazine Moguls. We're looking at July 2023, and we're going to jump right in with the number 10 highest selling sports magazine from last month. And we've got Mike Tyson. This is 1991 Sports Illustrated, and this is not graded by CGC. This has been slabbed and authenticated by Beckett. Because it has been autographed. And so Beckett does not grade magazines, but if it has an autograph, they will authenticate and slab the magazine. And so they've got nice holders for that. And this is what you see here. This issue went for $1,588.88 on eBay. Coming in at number 9, we have LeBron James 2003 debut game program, and it's a CGC 9.8. This sold for $1,800 on Golden Auctions. There have been 10 copies of this graded, and this is one of 8 9.8s. Coming in at number 8, we've got the classic Kobe Bryant first cover from 1998, also featuring Magic Johnson. And this is a CGC 9.8. It sold for $2,100 on Heritage. There have been 84 copies of this graded in newsstand, and this is one of 26 9.8s. There are none graded higher. This is an interesting one. So exactly 1 year ago in August of 2022, a 9.8 of this exact same cover sold on Heritage for right around $8,000. So pretty steep drop from a year ago. If I'm not mistaken, that one that hit Heritage last August was the first to market. So not uncommon for the first issue to come to market to hit a higher price, and then for there to be a dip after that. Still very substantial dip. I do know the pop counts have continued to rise on this one. 26 9.8s, pretty big number for this hobby. But nonetheless, here you have it. Kobe Bryant first comer coming in at number 8. Number 7, we have Tom Brady. This is 2002 Sports Illustrated Presents. This is his very first Sports Illustrated appearance, so it's not a weekly cover. Sports Illustrated Presents was a commemorative issue. These were only bought directly from the newsstand. These SI Presents copies were not sent to subscribers. So you'll never see a subscription copy of the SI Presents, and it's not technically considered a first cover. First cover is typically from the actual primary Sports Illustrated on a weekly cover, but this is his first SI appearance because this particular commemorative cover did precede by just a little bit his first weekly cover with SI. So you decide which one is more desirable. This one is definitely more common. You look at the pop counts there. There's 236 copies of this one graded, significantly higher than his first weekly cover. And there's also 25 9.8s. This one went for $2,200 on eBay. Number 6, Kobe Bryant, 2000 Sports Illustrated. This is actually his first solo cover. His first cover, as we saw earlier, he shared with Magic Johnson. He was on another cover where he shared with Tim Duncan. And then this was really the first one where it was just Kobe. This was from that infamous series where the Lakers came back from behind to win Game 7 versus the Portland Trailblazers. It had that famous Kobe to Shaq alley-oop. And this is autographed by Kobe, authenticated by JSA, sold for $2,500 on eBay. Coming in at number 5, we actually have a two-way tie at number 4. And so this is the 1963 Sports Illustrated first cover appearance for Muhammad Ali, still known as Cassius Clay at the time. And this is a CGC 7.0, beautiful copy of one of the most desirable issues out there. And it went for $3,000 in a private sale. So one of the perks of now having done this for over a year is I will get, from time to time, some collectors will reach out to me and message me to let me know about some private sales that they take part in. And so this is from a buyer who this is from a collector who I interact with quite a bit, and he shared this $3,000 private sale with me. So this Ali cover is pretty tough. There's only 28 newsstand copies graded, and at the 7.0 level, it's a pop one of 3. There are 17 copies graded higher. And also tied at number 4, we've got another of the most iconic issues, and this is the 1956 Mickey Mantle first cover. And this is a CGC 6.0, sold for $3,000 on eBay. 58 newsstand copies of this graded. This is one of 5 6.0s, and there are 33 copies graded higher. Coming in at number 3, this is the Dream Team issue from 1991. We've got 5 Hall of Famers here: Charles Barkley, Magic Johnson, Patrick Ewing, Michael Jordan, and Karl Malone, and this has been autographed by all 5 and authenticated by JSA. I have seen one other example of this that was on one of my previous episodes of Sports Magazine Moguls, but this is a pretty tough find here to have this issue autographed by all 5. This went for $3,828 on eBay. Number 2, we have Broadway Joe Namath, and this is his first cover from 1965. Love the cover of Joe standing there in front of the Broadway lights. Football goes showbiz. This is whenever Joe Namath and the Jets were still playing in the AFL, and this is an 8.0. This was also a private sale. This one sold for $5,000. There have only been 16 newsstand copies of this issue graded. This is one of 3 8.0s, and there's only one copy graded higher. And coming in at number 1 for the highest selling sports magazine of last month, we've got this Michael Jordan 1984 Sports Illustrated. This is his first pro cover. A Star is Born, not graded by CGC, but like we talked about earlier, this has been autographed and this has been authenticated by Beckett. Now, this was a private sale, but this sale was actually made at the National, the very large sports card convention that took place in Chicago this year. And so, yeah, very cool. You can see here that it was actually listed there at the National for $9,900, but they ended up settling on a sale of $7,500. And this is very cool because next month we are guaranteed to see this cover again on the August Magazine Moguls, because if you're paying attention, you know that there is currently a 9.8 copy of this exact cover up for sale at Heritage Auctions, and it's already got bids as high as $50,000. So super, super collectible cover here. And love this autograph. Michael Jordan autographs on Sports Illustrated can be pretty tough. And yeah, awesome sale here, coming in number 1 for $7,500. Now let's check out some honorable mentions that just missed the cut. And we're going to start with this Roberto Clemente here on the cover. So this is actually the 1972 New York Writers 49th annual program, and the New York Baseball Writers. And this has actually a bunch of autographs. They've all been authenticated by JSA, and there's multiple Hall of Famers. Roberto Clemente is the big one, but you've also got Yogi Berra, you have Gil Hodges, you have Phil Rizzuto, and you also have Whitey Ford. And Roberto Clemente, obviously, the fact that he passed away while still playing way back in, I believe, the 70s, makes his autograph ultra rare and ultra difficult. So this one went for $1,400 on eBay. Next up, Sports Illustrated first issue, How the Mighty Have Fallen. It's a CGC 9.8. This routinely shows up on my magazine Moguls. This might actually be the first ever edition of my show to never have a 9.8 of this issue in the top 10. And so the prices from this have just gone down and down. And that's just because the supply way exceeds the demand. I don't have the pop reports listed here because I don't do that with my honorable mentions, but there's somewhere in the ballpark of 100 9.8s, and there's, I think, around 600 total newsstand copies graded. So that explains the drop in price. And this one went for $1,551.02 on eBay. Next up, another example of the Star is Born Michael Jordan first pro cover. This is a CGC 8.5 and it sold for $1,500 on eBay. Here we have Bobby Orr, 1967. This is his first cover. This has been autographed as well, so it got a CGC 6.0. But you can also see his autograph there going across his jersey on the chest, and this went for $1,125 on eBay. Next up, another Mickey Mantle first cover, but this one's a subscription. You can see the mailing address label still there in the bottom left corner. And despite that, a CGC 7.0 with the mailing label still attached sold for $1,200 on eBay. So that just tells you how ultra collectible that this issue is, basically, regardless of newsstand and subscription, there's definitely a market out there for very well presented copies of this Mickey Mantle first cover. Next up, the image got cut off a little bit, but this is Muhammad Ali and Floyd Patterson from 1965, one of the earlier Muhammad Ali covers. And actually, they still refer to him as Cassius Clay here, but he had publicly already announced that he had changed his name to Muhammad Ali. But it took the public, including Sports Illustrated, quite a while before they fully conformed to the idea of referring to him as Muhammad Ali. Many people still referred to him as Cassius Clay throughout the 60s. But this is a CGC 8.5. This also went in a private sale from the same collector that I referenced earlier, and this one sold for $1,000. And last up, really unique, really cool. I have never seen this cover before, but this is Iron Man magazine from 1969. And who else? Arnold Schwarzenegger, and it's been autographed. Not a great looking autograph. You can tell it was just with a little blue pen scribbled there on the lake and going across his thigh, but still pretty cool nonetheless. Like I said, I've never seen this cover before, and I think that's a really cool magazine cover. So this one sold for $1,000 on eBay. All right, that's it. Thanks so much for watching. Please like, please comment, please subscribe, and until the next video, see you next time.